Hello everyone, this is Mr. Sachin Kharade, Assistant Professor, Kekewa College of Agricultural Biotechnology, Nasik, going to deliver a topic on plasma membrane structure and its function. So the basic outline of my today's topic is phospholipid bilayer, fluid mosaic model, membrane proteins, diffusion, facilitated diffusion, osmosis, bulk transport, and the active transport. So with this outline, we will proceed towards our topic. So the basic membrane functions are as follows. First one is the protection, second one is the communication, third one is the selectively allow substances inside the cell, then they respond to the environment, and fifth one is the recognition. So with these major functions, these plasma membranes play a very important role in the cell. So the plasma membrane basic introduction are as follows. So it is the boundary that separates the living cell from its non-living surrounding. So it is prepared by or composed of phospholipid bilayer, which having the amphipathic, having hydrophilic heads and the hydrophobic tails. So the hydrophilic heads, which is composed by the phospholipid, and the tails, which is are the hydrophobic and water heating molecules. It is near about 8 nanometer in thickness, and it is the dynamic structure. So this is the structure of fluid mosaic model, which is the important structure of plasma membrane. We can see there is a phospholipid bilayer, which is composed by the hydrophilic heads and the hydrophobic tails. So the major uh, composition of this fluid mosaic model is the glycolipids, then glycoproteins, then the carbohydrate chain, then the uh, phospholipid bilayer, then the peripheral proteins, then the cholesterol, integral protein. So the composition of all these molecules, this fluid mosaic model is structured here. So the lipids present on the hydrophilic heads, we can call it as a glycoproteins. Then the proteins which are embedded on the glucose molecule, we can call it as a glycoproteins, and the carbohydrate chain which is present on the hydrophilic heads, we can call it as a carbohydrate chain. So with these, there is some proteins which are incorporated from the internal inner structure and outer structure, and the integral proteins which plays a vital role for transporting of molecules from the outside environment to the inside cell, or inside cell to the outside environment. So this is the fluid mosaic model, which having the basic structure that is prepared from the hydrophilic heads and the hydrophobic tails, and there are many molecules which play the vital role for the transportation, protection, and many more. So the proteins which are present inside the uh, uh, fluid mosaic model plays a very important functions, that is for, then the receptors plays a functions as the enzymes, then the signal transduction and the support. So the plasma membrane proteins, which are the used for transporter, act as enzymes, then the cell surface receptors, then the cell surface identity marker, then the cell adhesion, then the attachment to the cytoskeleton. So this membrane proteins plays an important role for the transport enzyme cell surface, then the surface identity marker and cell adhesion and attachment to the uh, cells. So the proteins can move in the membrane too. So the channel protein, we can see there are number of proteins. It may be a channel protein, then the carrier protein, then the cell recognition protein, then the receptor proteins, then the enzymatic proteins. So number of proteins plays an important role for the cell functions. So the enzymatic protein example, enzymatic activity associated with the membrane, that is G protein cascade. So the enzymatic protein G protein animation too. So the permeability of the cell membrane is as follows. So the permeability as a gases. So this cell membrane permits CO2 and oxygen into the cell. Then the benzene hydrophobic molecules like a benzene, this cell membrane also allows benzene inside the cell. Then the water and ethanol also small polar molecules which are allowed for the uh, entry inside the cell by the cell membrane. So the larger molecules or large polar molecules like a glucose, then the amino acids which are not permit by the cell membrane to allow inside the cell. So the diffusion is major concept inside the cell transportation. It is the passive movement of molecule from a higher to lower concentration until equilibrium is reached. How can we explain the diffusion? A gas is moving through the plasma membrane by the diffusion. So osmosis is also one of the major concept, that is a special case of diffusion. So with this example, we can see the water molecule solvent which are present inside the vessel, and we have mixed it with the dye molecules. So crystal of dye placed in a water, then the diffusion plays an important role. So diffusion of water and dye molecule get separated, get mixed with each other, and the equilibrium will happen. So the dye molecule is diffused inside the water molecule equally. So the equal distribution of molecules result into the end. So the osmosis is the diffusion of water across a differentially permeable membrane due to the concentration differences. So what is a solution? So answer is solute plus solvent. We can call it as a solution. For example, NaCl plus H2O, it is salt water. So NaCl plays a solute role and H2O means water plays an solvent role, and it will convert into the salty water. So it is the solution. What is meant by tonicity? So tonicity refers to the concentration of solutes, is a relative term comparing two different solutions, that is hypertonic solution, hypotonic solution, and the isotonic solution. So what is meant by hypertonic solution? A solution with greater solute concentration compared to another solution. So we can see it is a red blood cell which having the 3% NaCl and 97% water. So the solution is 5% NaCl and 95% solution. So the hypertonic solution is greater solute concentration compared to the another solution. We can take this example. So which way will the water move? So it is from red blood cell to the solution. Because the solution having the greater solute concentration, so water will move towards the solution. So this term is called as hypertonic solutions. So what is mean by hypotonic solution? A solution with lower solute concentration compared to the another solution. So again here we can see which will the water moves. So this red blood cell having 3% Na and 97% water, but the solution having 1% Na and 99% H2O. So the water molecule will move towards the red blood cell because there has there has greater solute concentration and solution having the lower concentration of solute. So with this example you can see, so there is another term that is isotonic solution. So the solution having equal solute concentration compared to the another solution. So which way will the water moves? It having this red blood cell having also 3% Na and the solution having also 3% Na and 97% water in both the red blood cell and the solution. So water will move each another or move towards the both direction because both solutions having the equal solute concentration. This term is called as isotonic solutions. So isotonic solution is, we can explain here, it is a plasma membrane. In an isotonic solution there is a no net movement of water from outer to the inner and inner to the outer because both side there is equal concentration of solute. But in chloroplast, in an isotonic solution, there is no net movement of water. You can see inside the chloroplast and the nucleus. So the hypertonic solutions plays an important role. So in hypotonic solution, water enters in the cell which may burst or lysis of cell. So in an hypotonic solution, vacuoles fill with water, turgor pressure develops, and the chloroplasts are seen next to the cell wall. So it will burst. So the what is hypertonic solution? So in an hypertonic solution, water leaves the cell which shrivels, and in the hypertonic solution vacuoles lose the water and the cytoplasm shrinks. So it is plasmolysis and chloroplast are seen in the center of the cell. So carrier protein plays a function that is transport are specific combined with only a certain type of molecule. So the types are as follows. Facilitated transport, we can call it as a passive transport, and active transport, it requires the energy for the movement. So facilitated transport as described here, we can see if any molecule want to enter inside the cell, it does not require any energy. So these type of transport, we can call it as a passive transport. So the integral protein plays a important role, or carrier protein plays an important role to movement of outside the molecule to inside. So the active transport requires energy for the movement of molecules. So the molecules having more size, so these molecules can enter by the carrier protein with the help of energy in the form of ATP. So these transport required energy in the form of ATP. We can call it as an active transport. So the sodium potassium pump, it is outside. So carrier has a shape that allows it to take up 3 sodium ions. So the inside there is a 3 sodium plus ions. So it is carrier. So we can see. So the ATP is split and the phosphate group is transferred with the help of energy. So the change in the shape results that causes carrier to release 3 sodium ions outside the cell. New shape allows carrier to take up 2 potassium ions. So the phosphate group is really released from the carrier. So change in shape results that causes of carrier to release potassium ion inside the cell. New shape is suitable to take up the 3 sodium ions once again. So exocytosis and endocytosis. So the exocytosis is means cellular secretions, and the endocytosis means which having the again two types, that is phagocytosis and the pinocytosis. So phagocytosis means cell eating and pinocytosis means the cell drinking. So receptors mediated endocytosis is specific particles recognition. So you can see here the plasma membrane having the structure like this, and the outside molecule membrane want to inside. So the phagocytosis is means the uh, plasma membrane get vacuole-like structure, and this outside membrane get inside the this structure, and it will allow to enter inside the cell. So it will get structure of vacuoles. So these molecules, so it is a solute like structure. So it will pinocytosis means cell drinking. So receptor mediated endocytosis means, so it is solute which is coated with the peats, and receptor mediated endocytosis. So the summary of our today's topic is phospholipid bilayer. We have already described the phospholipid bilayer is a major component of plasma membrane, which having the hydrophilic head and hydrophobic tail. So the major structure of these plasma membrane is based on the fluid mosaic model. So which having the number of proteins, then the glycoproteins, then the channel proteins, then the integral protein, glycolipids, glycoproteins, and with this structure we have described already fluid mosaic model. Then the membrane proteins, then the diffusion, facilitated diffusion, then the active transport, passive transport, osmosis. So with these concept, we have to look over the plasma membrane. So with this information, we will stop here. Thank you very much.